Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, we're digging into it, we're reviewing it, and a heads up, I'm just gonna call it Kingdom from here on in. The title's a little long.
Fine.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Poprageous. I am Danny Alex. This is the fourth movie in the Planet of the Apes saga, and the first one in this new trilogy set hundreds of years after the first three movies that featured Andy Serkis as Caesar. This is an Apes movie that I wasn't expecting. It was actually a nice surprise. This movie does a lot of things really well, and a couple of things that maybe could have been, I'd say, fine-tuned a little bit. The obvious highlights in this movie are the amazing CGI and world building that literally makes you feel like you're placed into this dystopian world with human civilization succumbing to the power of Mother Nature. Mother Nature always wins these fights.
Mother Nature's a mad scientist, Jerry.
And for whatever reason, us as humans, including me, love seeing our cities in complete apocalyptic decay. There's something interesting about it. Noah is the new chimp protagonist. It's a new ape world divided up into clans. His is an eagle clan, as they raise eagles as companions, and yes, they do play a role in the story. This is a Chekhov's gun screenplay principle, and if you ever wanted to learn more about writing movies or screenplay writing, Google it. It's one of the most important things in writing a screenplay.
Go on.
Now this screenplay is well thought out, and it's written by a very experienced writing team. It cleverly sets up the important story and plot elements early on that come together to give the audience a great second half. It's the first half that I have issues with, which I'll get into in a bit. Interestingly enough, though, there's two main storylines in Kingdom. One is about revenge that Noah seeks after the movie's bad guy, Proximus Caesar, enslaves his clan and kills his father. And the other is meant to be kind of like a thread that forms the spine of this trilogy and centers around Freya Allan's character, the human May. She actually settled in really nicely into her character, and she was a fantastic casting choice. Kevin Durand knocked it out of the park playing Proximus, the self-proclaimed king of the apes. In fact, the whole cast actually did a really good job. The ending was well thought out and was a lot more expansive than I thought it was going to be, leaving you with that kind of feeling. Kind of an interesting thing at the end.
Don't tell me.
There's fresh new ideas that add layers that the writers can explore in this apocalyptic world in the coming movies. The second half of this movie is better than the first half. The first half bogs itself down in scenes that go on far too long. The pacing feels like it's in turtle mode, as it wastes a lot of time using too many long drawn-out moments and dialogue that could have been cleaner and got to the point sooner. This would have made some of the scene changes feel more energetic. The other thing is that Kingdom, it's 2 hours and 25 minutes long. It's like this new thing in Hollywood. Every movie has to be 2.5 hours long, it seems. Quicker edits in the first half could have solved both issues without impacting character development, world building, or any important story details.
Logical.
But anyone in the movie business, if you've ever been in it or done something in the movie business, you know that a director films a lot of scenes and he wants everyone to see as much as possible. The hard part is letting go, and this is why the movie studio almost always gets the final cut. Trimming some of the early scenes would have allowed the movie to get to the meatier and more intense parts of the movie. But hey, overall, this is a good movie, created by a competent team that had a vision and knew what they wanted to do, and it shows. Kingdom, well, it cost $160 million to make, so that's no small price tag, and it's going to need almost $500 million at the box office to break even after promotion and marketing. It's going to need staying power to have a chance at turning a profit in its theatrical release, and a lot of help from international box office. Now, if you can get through the 3 or 4 scenes that drag in the first half, you will most likely enjoy the story that unfolds in the second, giving you an ending that fires up some very interesting possibilities for the next movie. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is a lot better than 90% of the movies that Hollywood is pumping out right now, and that, my friend, is a fact. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving this Planet of the Apes movie a 7.5. It's a good watch with depth, a great story, and something I didn't mention is it got a satisfying payoff. If you like what you heard, subscribe to Poprageous. I'd love to have you on board if you want to hear more stuff like this, and I will see you in our next video. Cheers.